guys, Charyl here from Planner with a Praise, a place where creativity meets functionality. If you're here for the first time, then welcome, and I hope that by the end of this video, you will choose to join the Praise team. If you've been here before, then welcome back, my friends, and I thank you immensely for your continued support. When you become a part of the Praise team, not only will you get ideas on how to decorate and organize your paper planner, but on my channel, I also offer shopping hauls, craft room tours, and craft room organization. So be sure to click on that free subscribe button provided to you by YouTube so that you don't miss out on any of my future videos. So my friends, in today's video, I'll be budgeting for the first month of 2022, January. I am a little bit late in this process, but nevertheless, it still needs to be done, and so here I am. So before I put any pen to the paper, I want to just share with you my new process for budgeting. When I set up my budget planner for the new year, I made sure to go ahead and add a bill pay register for every single month. In the past, I only had one bill pay register, and when I would have to budget for each month, I would have to turn to the very front of my planner to retrieve that page. So I made it a little bit easier for myself going into 2022 by making sure that this bill pay register appears in every single month of my planner, so that when I am budgeting, I have a list of any bills that are anticipated or coming up in the month that I am working in. So today I decided to use a pencil instead of a pen. A lot of times when I am working in my budget planner, I have erasable ink pens, but you know what? Can't find any. And so I'm going to go ahead and use a pencil this month. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started. The other thing that I typically do is I remove my pages from the planner when I am writing. But since the page I am writing on is on the right hand side, I shouldn't have any problems bumping into these discs. So I'm going to keep the pages right in the planner, and if I need to remove them, I can. So when I am budgeting, and before I even start that, I am going to take this felt pen and write down the month that I am working in. That I can do. There you go. So that's something I can do in marker, and I don't think I have any mistakes going on there. All right, so what I am going to do is I'm going to start by just going down this list to see if anything on this register is payable for the month of January. And I will also be adding the amounts that are due as well. So I'm going to start with AARP. Yes, I am a woman of a certain age, and far as I know, there is nothing payable for January. That is an annual subscription, and I want to say that it's payable in March. Amazon did have a bill due this month. It was $70. And my husband already paid that. As of now, we are in early January when I am filming. So some of these bills may have already been paid. Like I said, I am delayed in the process this month. Here where it says Amazon Prime, this relates to our annual renewal. That is not due in January. Our auto insurance applies to both the motorcycle and the 2 cars. That is due each month, and it is $265. So I am going to put that here. And guys, just so you know, I am working in whole numbers. So as I am writing down the amount of the bills, I am taking it to the nearest dollar. We don't have any car inspections or registrations due in January. Next up is my cell phone. Our cell phone bill is $234, and this $234 does cover 4 cell phones on the plan. Next up is our Easy Pass, and that is our toll and bridges expense, and that just was raised recently to $45. So I'm going to place that under transportation. Next up is fuel oil. Our heating system is oil, and we are going to have to buy oil this month, but we don't have a budget for it. I have no idea what it's going to cost. I'm not even going to estimate what it's going to cost. Whatever the amount is, we will pull it from one of our savings accounts. So I'm going to just leave that blank for now. The life insurance policies for our kids is not due in January. That's something that we pay twice a year. Our homeowner's insurance is due in February. That is something we pay quarterly. Our Instant Ink subscription is $13 a month. Then we also have our iTunes account, which is billed monthly, and it is only $3. Our Microsoft 365 subscription is due in January, and that is $110. So on this particular budget form, I do not have a line for Microsoft because it is not a monthly bill. But I did try to leave space for any bills that would come up in certain months. So if you see here where under incidental debt, there's a blank here, and also under living expenses, there's blank space here. So I'm going to add Microsoft right here. And it is $110. Next up, we have our mortgage. That is $19.32 a month. Our internet and landline is $92 a month. Next up is our property taxes. So 2 things I want to share with you concerning our property taxes. Our property taxes are paid twice a year, and it is in January and in May. However, we put money aside throughout the year to cover those taxes. And so what I will be applying here is the monthly amount that we put aside to cover our taxes. So for the month, our property taxes is $960. And we put that money away weekly, so it's $240 a week that we put away. Next up, outside of our property taxes, is our electric bill. And our electric bill does vary, and we haven't received a bill yet for January, but I'm going to estimate that it's going to be just about $300 because the January bill is going to be the electric usage from last month, and given that it was a holiday and we do have lights outside and all that stuff, yeah, we're expecting that that bill is going to be relatively high. QVC is I think it was $36 this month, and it was already paid, I believe, on January 1st. So that bill is already covered. I do also have an HSN bill coming up, and that is $15. So with QVC and HSN, when they are paid each month, the bill goes back down to 0. So I just wanted to share that with you. Next up is our Chase bill. We use our Chase bill for pretty much everything, and much like the HSN and QVC, when we pay this bill, it goes down to zero. For January, that bill is going to be $1,452. Our solar bill, I'm not really sure what that's going to be because we haven't received a bill for that yet either, but I'm guesstimating that this time of the year it will be no more than $50. We are not expecting a water bill for this month. Our water bill is done every other month. It's due, and then we also have a sewer bill that is paid quarterly. Next up on the list is our safety deposit box that we have with our bank. That is due this month, and I'm going to put that under incidental debt simply because I really don't see anywhere else to fit it on this page, and that is $33, and that is our safe deposit box. So now that I've covered everything on the bill pay register, I'm gonna just go line by line on the budget form to fill in anything that I have missed out on. So in my household expense area of the budget form, there is nothing missing from this area. Here in the living expenses area, I need to address groceries and gas. So the allowance for groceries is $240. And I know you guys are probably thinking, oh my God, that's so low. But we are a very small household and there are young adults in my home. And so if you know anything about having young adults, they're either A, never home to eat, or they're eating a lot of fast food. So it keeps our grocery bill relatively low. For our gas, this month we are allowing $325. And for restaurant and entertainment, guys, we are literally only allowing ourselves $100. Again, being January, we're in the house pretty much. Here on the Northeast, it gets cold. We're coming out of the holiday season where we were doing a lot of spending. And so we try to keep our eating out and our entertainment to a low this time of the year. Next up is our Liberty spending, and that is pocket money for my husband and myself. And we are allowing $200 for the month. That is approximately $25 a week for each of us. Again, is it a lowball figure? Absolutely. But again, you know, it's that time of the year where we're home and we're just not spending a lot. And then also too, with having that restaurant and entertainment budget of additional $100, we could also pull from that area of finances as well. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable with that number. Transportation, there's no registration and no inspection anticipated for this month. And then SCAT is the transportation that I help my daughter with going back and forth to work. And I am allowing just a mere $20 for that because I will be home a lot of days in January to help her get back and forth to work. When it comes to lifestyle, I do have to address the whole hair and nail situation, and that allowance is a $100. And now we are back at incidental debt. Everything has been filled out. And now, my friends, the last area in our budget that we need to cover is our savings. So we do have 5 areas of savings, and they are the emergency fund. We also save for our property tax. We save for Christmas vacation, for the money challenge that we do each year, and we also put money away in the money market. So since we already addressed the property taxes here under household expenses, for the other 4 areas of savings, I will go ahead and track those figures right here. And the total for the month in that area, $472 that we will be saving. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and begin to tally up each segment in our budget to see how much money we're going to need to cover our bills for the month of January. So I went ahead and got the sum for all these areas here on the budget form. Now I'm going to go ahead and take these totals, add them all up, and this is going to give me the estimated amount of expenses we're going to need for January. So we are looking at a figure of $7,067. Okay, and so I am done here for the most part. The last thing that I need to address is the estimated income. So what I need to share with you guys who have not been following me or who are seeing my budget for the first time, neither my husband nor myself are salaried. Our income is based on the number of hours we work. So oftentimes it is somewhat complicated to estimate our income. What I typically do is I stay with an estimate of $8,200, and that seems to be somewhat of a safe income estimation for us each month. So I'm going to leave that figure right there, and then at the end of the month or early February I will be able to calculate our actual income. So my friends, this is the Williams household budget for January 2022. If there is anything that you recognize during this video that you found helpful, useful, or creative, I ask that you please give this video a thumbs up. I also invite you to join the praise team. Guys, this is Charyl from Planner with a Praise, saying peace and blessings.